trying to decide if I want to do it in character or out of character.
In character.
I think it's funnier in character, personally.
It does. It is fun.
Vesper, aka the Jedi.
Vesper's log date. I don't know how dates work in Star Wars. Tongs days, am I right?
Tongs days.
Tongs days, am I right? So this trip is proving to be quite eventful. I've stumbled in with quite a group of misfits, but it seems like we're all starting to come together. We came together on a unified plan to get off this rock and make it a little bit harder for the Hutts on our way out, at least the ones that are linked to the crime family. The one that we're on the ship with doesn't seem too bad after all. So we formulated a plan and kind of loosely followed the plan. Kind of fell into chaos, but chaos was kind of part of the plan. Bar fight was started. I found out that apparently everybody has a lightsaber, and they managed to knock out somebody who was trying to escape and warn the Hutts that were coming, possibly. So now we are in a frantic chase trying to get to the hangar bay and maybe find a ship that we can commandeer to get off of this planet and somewhere a little bit more hospitable.
And with that, you have just started a bar fight that is quickly looking like it may escalate into a workers' riot, with Boschko unconscious, wounded, and, well, things about to get very out of hand, as you now need to get from the bar you were in over to the hangar where all but one of the ships were sabotaged previously. No one's chasing you yet, and nothing is about to threaten you, but you have a feeling that is going to change very quickly, because as this bar fight turned right begins to get out of hand, that means the local law, i.e. the toughs for the local Hutt crime syndicate, are going to make getting around relatively difficult, and you can pretty much guarantee that Hutt compound with the hangar is going to be on substantial lockdown here pretty soon.
All right. Well, so I would just is everybody at this bar at this point? Is our whole crew here?
We're outside.
I just say, all right, gang, it's time to blow this joint.
Rule number 7: do not run like you're guilty. Walk with purpose, and then people will suspect that you are not suspicious.
As he's running, Vesper goes, "Why do I feel like everything is rule number 7?"
I am trailing with a couple of bottles of booze behind me.
Yeah, before we left, I was behind the bar, like, pouring a shot to take before we...
Yeah, no, you were very comfortable in that bar. Or were getting very comfortable, I should say.
I was just vibing.
Yeah. Did you guys just... The guy that you knocked out, Boschko, did you just leave him to the crowd?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Also,
the revolution will not be televised.
I was unclear as to whether or not the bar is on fire.
Not yet.
Not yet, but Gleebek was within a city block of it. It's probably smoldering by now.
You remember that thing about not running, guys? I lost track of time. We probably need to hurry up.
Oh, good lord. All right.
Yeah, we're all beating feet to the hangar bay.
We got less than a parsec.
Is a parsec a measures of distance or time? I'm always
Time.
confused.
Questions for later.
Yeah.
When things are going to explode, time and distance are kind of the same thing.
Very good point.
Are you doing anything to ease your travel? I don't know, at this point, stealing a car or something, a land speeder?
Is
or
that an option? Because, yeah.
Wait, I thought we were gonna steal a yacht.
That's what bennies are for.
To get to the hangar. Yeah, we're playing Grand Theft Auto now.
Oh, hey, guys. There's a speeder over there that looks like it has enough seats for everybody.
Yeah, I would prefer to take one that is not currently manned.
I'm not going to use a Benny. I don't just use those all willy-nilly.
I'm spending one of mine. I'm down to 3.
Did just spend one. Yeah, there is a land speeder over there. Nice, big, very, very crisp paint job. It looks almost brand new.
Do we think it'll
4
fit
engines
in the
on
cargo
it?
hold?
It is, and given where you're at, it can handle a Hutt or 2 at the very least.
Do we think it'll fit in the cargo hold of the ship we're trying to get back to?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Heck
Only one way to find out.
Let's do
You're
it.
V62 and I can get this going in no time, right, buddy?
I'm driving. He says, and he throws Gleebek into the passenger seat, just like picks him up.
You are driving?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to get it started for you first?
He goes, have your droid run diagnostics to see what this puppy can do.
When has a vehicle ever needed to get started in a Star Wars anything?
Keys don't exist in Star Wars, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
Only
Everything's
the
on
Millennium
honor
Falcon.
system.
I'm going to fire it up, and we're going to take off towards the hangar.
All right. You fire it up, and the 4 engines whine as they cycle up. And then, right as it is about to take off, you hear somebody yelling, well, Jana, at the very least, understands, as somebody yelling in Hut, "What are you doing? Get off my speeder!" Right as you begin to take off. As a
We are strategically taking equipment to an alternative location!
As a Hut with 2 goons along with them, non-Hut, bipedal of some sort, but they're wearing enough that you can't really tell what they are. But you can tell that he obviously yells something to them as those 2 hop onto their swoop bikes that were near the speeder and begin chase.
Let's do the chase.
And we are now in a chase. The way a chase works is it's basically, in this case, since you have vehicles, you will have the 2 guys on the swoop bikes will be dealt an initiative card, and you guys will be dealt an initiative card that can determine what you are and aren't able to do, and you either need to get to where you're going, take out the pursuit, or basically get enough successes above them where you pretty much outdistance them and flee.
Both sounds good.
I agree.
Why not? Outdistance, get there, and blow them up all at the same time.
That sounds like my job.
Now, as the passengers, you all act on the same initiative as Vesper. In a normal thing, you would have like, oh, there's the guns. They're on a spaceship. You just have a bunch of seats, so it's entirely up to what you, as players, do. Pull out your blaster and start shooting at them, rip out a seat and throw it. It's up to you. Be creative. You basically have group initiative going back and forth. Get creative, get ridiculous.
Also, if you look on page 115 and 116, you will see a list of maneuvers that you can do during the chase. Things like evade, ram, stuff like that.
Yeah, most of which are on you as the driver.
Also, board if anybody is feeling like jumping onto somebody's bike.
Yep.
There is stuff for that.
I have ideas.
Yep.
Good.
So,
chases are one of my favorite things in Savage Worlds. It's one of the things I think the system does really well.
and it works for everything from like a foot chase to a vehicle chase to like dogfighting starships. It's beautiful. And with that,
I'm gonna cut this chair
piloting
off
roll there, Vesper.
So you want me to go ahead and I'm gonna just do a pull ahead, or sorry, a change position to try and go full speed ahead and get a little bit of a gap between us and the bikes.
Okay.
So that is going to be a piloting roll.
And I need to deal those initiative cards. Actually, you had a head start. I'm going to give you this round before they get to act. So just doing a pull ahead maneuver.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I want to see if I can see how much distance I can gain, and see if we can outrun them and not even have to fight them.
Okay.
Does that mean I don't need to chop this chair off and throw it at them?
Let's keep the chairs inside the vehicle while we need them.
I would not immediately resort to that now.
Oh, okay.
There are alternatives to throwing chairs.
All right, so...
Well, we already threw me once, and if I land on them, then how am I going to get back over here?
So I get to move... I got a raise, which means I get to move 2 chase cards forward.
With the 4 engines on the back of this thing and you having no idea of the power on it, this thing flies down the road. Anything that is in your way isn't anymore. It's either above you or to the side of you. And even with them being almost their swoop bikes, the back blast on this thing is enough that it nearly knocks them off their feet, causing them to stagger a bit, or taking a bit more time to get onto those bikes, giving you a substantial lead before they've even fired up.
Vesper's
with that,
glued to the back of a seat, and he goes, "Oh, I'm keeping this thing."
And with that sudden burst ahead, are the rest of you going to be doing anything?
Xena, real or fake fire? Does that sound good? Dealer's choice.
Real or fake? I mean, you have the booze bottles.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't want to waste them.
Real it is. So I am going to toss a bottle of booze right in front of them. I don't know if that's the action or is the setting on the fire is the action.
I'm gonna call that a multi-action, so you'd be at a -1.
Okay. So what am I rolling?
Just give me a John, help me out here. Is it athletics is what's throwing now?
Yeah, if you're gonna throw something, it's athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
Okay. And then so throwing multi-action is -1.
Yep.
I got a 2.
You light the or take your now Molotov cocktail full of some sort of questionable grain alcohol, give it a throw, and it just goes sailing off to the side, landing in the back alley, which that back alley is now on fire, but it is in no way impeding the swoop bikers. Gleebek, Jonna, and Xena, anything?
I would like to shoot at them with
Okay.
my pistol.
Always a valid option.
It's 11.
Since you have both the
Heck
normal die
yeah.
and the wild die. Yeah.
Y'all, we're crushing it today.
Yep, so,
I'm not.
yeah. Somebody else, you started a riot. Let somebody else have a roll.
No, you totally crushed it. You just crushed it at the wrong time. That's why it did not catch on fire.
Well, the
Yeah,
wrong
you
thing did.
fire off with your blaster, and one of the swoop bikers about to, in the process of jumping onto the seat, the blaster bolt hits them, and they just go flying back, laying on the ground, not moving.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Xena, Gleebek?
What does the scene, is it just a singular road that we're being chased on? Like, what does our scenery look like?
We're
It's
winding
a
through.
road, a relatively normal, wide-ish road, not like a proper highway, but more.
Okay, is there anything on either side of us, like buildings or bridges?
You're basically
or...
on a strip, more or less.
Okay.
So I imagine there would probably be buildings on either side of the street.
Yeah.
And there's stuff,
I
and there's people.
kind of okay. And there's one other hut chasing us now. The other one fell. Or two
yeah.
others.
One.
Just
There was
one?
the hut who was not going to catch up to you because you just stole his car, and then he had two.
Oh,
swoop
right, okay.
bikers, one of which is.
Oh, so
Probably dead.
So the swoop bikers are probably humanoid, though. They're not huts.
Mhm. Yeah.
Are there trees, on the side? Are we?
Oh,
Going
yeah.
past,
It-
trees
on
and
on now.
There can be anything you want if you spend a penny.
This is true. This is true. I'm
That's-
thinking about it. I kind of want to try to.
So decide what you want to do cinematically and then spend a penny in order to do it so that it's
Yeah.
awesome. This game
Okay.
exists so that you can be like, what would be awesome?
This
and
is
then
so
you
true.
have then
Yeah.
you have a currency you can exchange for your to your DM so that you get to do something awesome.
It's
Okay.
literally coins to buy awesome with.
There's gonna be we're gonna be going under a bridge, towards a bridge
Okay.
that we're
That
going
sounds
under.
dangerous.
I would like to cast an illusion, to make it look like the bridge is crashing right after we pass through it.
Okay.
I don't actually want to destroy it. I just want to give the illusion that it's being destroyed, so it slows the other guy down.
Okay. Use
All
your
right.
make
Cool.
your force roll.
Okay. Let's try it. 4.
That is still a success.
Sick.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, in this game, a 4 is a success, and for every 4 above that is better success. So,
Okay, cool.
good. Yeah, as you're driving, or damn near flying down the road, all of you can see that there's little pebbles and stones, and it looks like the bridge is, the overpass is about to collapse down on you, but you can also see that the overpass is totally still there from your vantage point under it. But, yeah, from anybody not directly under it, it probably looks like there is a significant impediment. I'm going to turn that into a bonus on the next piloting roll next round, since you have better chance to get ahead then. This might be the shortest chase ever. Which
Does
is on-
anybody else taste pennies?
Again,
You guys
another
doing
question
anything, or
for
you just
later.
chilling?
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna make another piloting roll. Try and pull ahead if I can.
Critical failure.
I got a 5, so that advances us 1 spot.
Yep, which advances you up to 3 spots away, which means you will be able to attempt a flee maneuver next time. And yeah, we will start with Gleebek. You make your way ahead, and surprisingly, though the swoop biker isn't completely left behind, you pull ahead decently, especially given your illusion, but looks like they pulled off the side and then ramped up and are basically trying to skip over some of the building tops to get back down to the main road. Substantial lead on them, and they are in a precarious spot. Gleebek.
I think they're too far away for the finger lightning now.
They are pretty far away.
Okay. Well, I guess it's a good thing that gentlemen is still carrying around this blaster rifle.
And so Gleebek takes the poncho that, upon inspection, you realize is just like somebody's sweatshirt that had the sleeves cut off and the sides opened up. So, like, he just takes that and goes, and then reaches into the overalls and comes out with a blaster rifle that is bigger than Gleebek, and he pulled it out of his pant leg.
Where did you keep that?
In my pocket?
That's not the right answer.
You don't have pockets in your outfit? Jana complains that the outfits for huts never have pockets in them. She
Okay,
really
we're-
doesn't like it.
I think we're up
Huts
to
have
7.
folds. We don't need pockets.
That's like 7 conversations we're gonna have, Gleebek.
Okay.
I assume you're making a shooting roll, Gleebek?
Yeah, and Gleebek's gonna suck at this, which is gonna make it funnier.
Yeah.
Are you unskilled in shooting?
Is shooting and fighting the same thing?
No, they are.
No.
No.
Shooting is a different skill.
This is great.
You
So
don't
yeah,
have
my
a-
level up, I was unskilled in fighting, and so my level up, I did that. So yeah, I'm unskilled in shooting. This is gonna be awesome.
So, that is going to be
So I roll it.
-2.
I'm so
Okay.
glad you're here.
Yeah.
Super happy to help everybody.
Watches you roll like a
Unskilled.
43.
I got 2.
So close to a critical failure. So close. But no. Gleebek pulls out the blaster and just begins firing with the land speeder. It's not that bumpy, but it's enough that it's just wobbling up and down. He has shots going up. Fortunately, not so many going down or into the crowds along the side of the road or through a storefront. But yeah, Gleebek is not good at that.
That very first shot, I forgot how much this thing took. That very first shot, I fired, and then I was looking at the sky, because I was laying down, and that was confusing for a minute, but I realized it was because the gun knocked me
As
over. So
nobody
I'm
can
going to
hear
be more
Gleebek
careful
over
next
the
time.
sound of the wind rushing by.
I am going to use the Force.
Imagine
So,
that.
yeah. So I'm going to reach out, and right as the speeder is going to be trying to go on a part where gravity makes it touch, I'm going to use the Force to break that apart so it falls through.
So you're basically just trying to break a roof.
Yeah.
Okay, give me that force roll.
Good lord. This is not my day. I'm using a Benny.
Re-rolling that, all right.
Yeah, let's change my luck
Another
around.
2, coming out
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, I know. That's a 6 and a 4, so a 6.
Yep. You managed to activate the power, causing a little bit of disruption in the roof, but not enough to damage it to the point where the swoop bike just falls through. It does create a little bit of a pothole hazard for them, basically, and they failed that roll. So, surprise, they actually went out of control from that. So we get to enjoy the effects of a vehicle going out of control.
That's always fun.
That sounds
For the
dangerous.
viewers at home, we roll on the out of control table 2d6 to find out what happens.
That sounds bad. Vesper, is that bad?
And we then rolled a 12, which is the worst possible thing, as the vehicle is out of control and has suffered a critical hit, which involves rolling another d12 on the table directly below it. Vehicle critical hits. Okay. But just to hit to the chassis, it's been damaged. Basically, the vehicle took 1 wound, but normally that wouldn't be a big deal, because vehicles usually have 3 wounds, but swoop bikes have 1 wound. So the thing is destroyed anyway. As it jumps the ceiling a little bit and then loses control, tweaking slightly and then exploding across several rooftops, sending high-speed shrapnel and ion ignition that has just sort of combusted across the street. Well, actually not across the street, across the rooftops, as part of Nelha is also now on fire. So if you didn't start that bar on fire, this street now is.
Gonna be honest, I don't think he survived that.
Are there any more? Are there any more swoop bikes following us?
No, you have a. Go ahead and give me that piloting check for the to flee, just to see if you are able to get out of here to the hangar before anything else untoward happens.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Okay. Yeah, you've got enough of a head start, and with explosions, collapsing bridges, and this place being on fire now, yeah, people are definitely... One more land speeder sailing away is not the focus of anybody's attention, because everybody's trying to vacate the area, and you just happen to have a head start. Basically, the panic you just caused is giving you a perfect screen, and you are on your way to the hangar.
Does anybody else feel like we should have passed by a vehicle with like lots of space chickens in it? Or maybe 2 people carrying a large piece of glass or something?
What?
I don't know why. I just got this feeling. Yeah. It's like a bird, and they flap, and they make squawking noises in the legs. And sometimes the lizards, and sometimes the birds.
What?
It's just like a cart full of them, you know?
As we pull into the hangar, are there any people there, like,
Oh,
that work
as
for the
you
huts?
get close to the hangar, pulling in, such a different thing. You've been there before.
There you go. That's fair.
It's a secure building. It has a fence around it. It has guards. And fortunately with the speeder, you did make enough time that they are not really on like high alert lockdown yet. And because you beat the hell out of the guy who would have alerted them and then handed him over to a mob who's probably ripped him apart, they're not ready for you. But there are still things like a fence, a closed door, and 2 goons out front.
So,
wait,
go ahead.
Hold on. I have a data pad that was straight from old dude that I beat up.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I didn't beat him up. Someone else did, but I started the thing. So, that should have security codes that should open the door because he's the second in command, so he would have those things.
So
valid.
So here's what we do. We tell them that we met Bashto at the bar to do the exchange, and everything went crazy, and he sent us here to get people to send as reinforcements back to rescue him. And then while everyone goes to help Bashto, then we blow up the ships and get off the plane.
I may have already arranged for some of these ships to explode.
Okay, don't tell them that. And wow, look at you, Jedi. Great plan.
Thank you.
Should we also let them know about the street that's on fire, or should we let them just discover it?
Sounds like a nice, fun surprise.
Yeah.
I'm invested in the space chicken. Where are the space chickens?
We're still on that.
Can we I can't stop thinking about it. Should I use a Benny to find out if we did catch the space chicken? I don't know.
Yes, you should.
Like,
I just need
episodes from now.
I'm just gonna
come up again.
I'm just gonna say Jaya is panting quite happily at the idea of space chickens.
So you are going to pull up to the hangar, not like crash through a fence or anything.
Right, no, we're gonna act like we're supposed to be there.
Okay.
So I pull out, I have Halem hold up the data pad to call and I call the goons that are guarding the door over.
Yeah. Nice ride.
Quick, we need you to get to the cantina. We are meeting there we were meeting Bashto there for the exchange, and then we got jumped by a whole bunch of workers that decided that today was the day to rise up. So he's going to need help as quickly as possible. Let us through the gate so that we can bring reinforcements.
I mean, they may not need to hurry. You might be dead
I just like grab
Hey,
Gleebek's
hey.
mouth. I just like cover Gleebek's mouth immediately while I'm talking. We need reinforcements immediately.
Give me that persuade check.
Yep. That's a 5.
Bashto got jumped by a bunch of workers.
Yes, the proletariat is rising. It's very inconvenient, I know.
No workers are going to take out Bashto.
I have his data pad. Do you know how
Look,
wrong
I'm not
things-
questioning that something happened to Bashto, but I'm saying workers wouldn't be...
He sent us here with his data pad to come
Like,
get you for help.
That should let you know how bad things are going.
Look, if Bashto's in trouble, yeah, got it. He opens the fence, and you're... Why do you send you here to get reinforcements if there's something going on? Like, the hangar?
Are the gates open?
The
Did you
gates
tell
are
him
open.
the name
I
of the
say,
bar?
I say, that's an excellent question. Let me check back with you on that. And I like speed forward.
Okay, and there's... Alright. Because there was the fence, and then... Well, there's the fence, then there's the hangar door. The hangar door is not open right now.
Okay, that changes things.
But you do have a data pad that can open it. It's got that access.
Do the thing.
I'm gonna do the thing.
Alright. You're unfamiliar with this, so I would like an electronics roll. If you don't have it trained, just give me a smarts roll.
Smarts roll. All right. 5.
Okay. Fortunately, you're able to figure out how he has his tablet and everything set up, and you managed to get the hangar door going up as Vesper has basically said peace to the 2 guards, flying forward, seeming to have a lot of trust in you that the door is going to be open as those 2 top engines just kind of scrape across. You bounce a little bit, bottom out slightly, bounce, and then you're in the hangar.
This is fine.
Which one's ours?
Which one did we decide we were taking? We were taking the yacht, right?
Yeah.
All right. I point and I go, that one.
Okay.
All right, Gleebek, I need you to go and get it open and get it started.
Okay. Which kind of open?
The kind that's ready to take off.
Okay. So the kind of open where we can close it again?
I don't understand why this is such a layered and complicated question. We need it open so that we can close it again, and so that we can put the speeder on, and so we can fire it up and leave.
Or you need the big doors open? Okay, I got it. Come on, UB62, let's do this.
It's always a thing.
Well, I mean, like, when you have a multi-tool, it's super easy to open a ship. It's just, sometimes it's hard to close it.
I shouldn't have to specify when I do and don't want you to laser sword a door open.
I'm just gonna say Jaya took off after the droid because it is shaped like a ball.
That's fair. And just as a reminder, Jana, you had that ability to disrupt comms for a short while if you, whenever you want to use that. If you want to use that.
Okay.
It's been like 2 weeks, so just reminding you had that. Aelin, were you going to close the doors once you were in?
Yes, I am. And I would say, Xena, can you add some fire to the door, real or fake?
Of course.
You are just the pyromanist.
Really big on the fire thing.
Yeah.
I have a Charhound that can shoot fire. I have a Wrist Blaster that can do fire. And we have
Does have
a
a
Night
theme going on, I
Sister
guess.
that can do fire.
But mine's green, so it makes it better.
It is prettier fire, definitely. The 2 goons from outside are trying to quickly follow in before the door can close. Salem, go ahead and you roll up.
Smarts roll.
Agility.
Okay.
Just agility.
11.
Oh, yeah, you get that door closed before they can get in. You can hear them yelling on the outside and trying to raise an alarm, but nothing is immediately threatening. There are, other than that door you came in through, there are 2 different ways into this room. There is a set of stairs up into a control room, basically, and then a smaller door in the back corner. Still, a hut could fit through it, but not like a vehicle door. That you don't know where it goes, but it might be a way in, might be a way out.
All right. Hey,
While Gleebek is attempting to get the ship open the correct way, are any of you doing anything, or just standing around talking, chatting?
Do I want to spend that comms interruption when we bounce away from the place? Yes.
I think probably the sooner the better.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and see if you can get their comms jammed. Halem, see if you can use that pad to get all of these doors locked, and Xena, see if you can get up to that control room and get the hangar bay doors open so we can take off.
I don't answer to you.
We're all trying to live, aren't we? We're all trying to get out of here. I'll do
Okay,
it. Fine.
no, hold on. I can get the hangar. I got all of it. I got the doors for both of them.
Perfect.
Do you, though?
See, this is why we keep him around.
Another
Making a lot of
conversation
assumptions on
for another
everything
day.
that tablet can do.
Until I'm told no.
Yeah. I guess you got it then.
It's like
Forgiveness
now,
instead of permission.
Vesper's finally started to break through Halem's exterior, and now he's got Xena next on his list.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna make you nice.
Don't
It's
get
gonna
we
cocky.
have a skill challenge here in which Gleebek needs to get 3 successes in order to get the ship open. Keep in mind, a success on the roll, and then each raise is a additional success. So enough raises, and you could technically clear this in 1 round just with a snap of your fingers. But the longer you take, the more likely it is that somebody gets in here to try to stop you. So, Gleebek is doing his thing. Halem is evidently trying to just use the remote control for everything. He's the laziest, pyromaniacist force user ever.
Not lazy, just efficient.
We'll go with that, sure. Soon you're going to be having, like, Jana carry you around. I can see it happening right now. Anyway, so Jana, Vesper, and Xena. Are the 3 of you doing anything to prep in here, taking a second just in case, or just waiting to see what happens?
Well, if he's working on locking the doors and John is working on jamming the comms and Xena doesn't want to listen to me at all, then I'm going to go ahead and try and see if I can get the hangar bay doors open.
Okay. So heading up to the control room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Xena, I don't blame you on not listening to him. You give him an inch, he takes a mile.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's way
I
too
know,
much
all of a
walking
sudden
up
he's
there.
bossing everybody around.
I'm just trying to get us all out of here in one piece.
Typical Jedi nonsense.
I just hope this ship has a shower.
So, Jana, you were jamming the comms?
Yes.
Okay. And Xena, anything, or are you just doing your normal, like, vibing in the background and somehow just making it
Yeah,
out
I've just got my arms crossed and I sniff myself a little bit and I'm just like
Okay.
really.
Xena is literally just the character all about the vibes. I'm okay with that, mind you. Very okay with that.
Yeah.
So, Gleebek, let's get that piloting or repair. Your choice.
Okay, we're gonna go with piloting on that one.
Normally you take the better one. Whether or not that's what you want to do, I'll leave that up to you.
I was gonna ask if I could, so that sounds exciting. Woohoo! I got a 4. There's
Okay.
1.
Yeah, you're able to pop off the panel and get the begin the manual process of overriding the doors. Since you're able to sabotage some things, you weren't able to prep your exit. So now you just need to. Well, there's nothing to stop you from starting the ship because, as we established, there are no keys. Evidently, the exteriors are locked to some degree. It seems.
Okay, so good news first, everybody. Even though this person learned a lesson from the Mandalorians who never locked their ships, I was able to get the door unlocked without having to break anything first. So, I'm not going to have to fix anything for us to take off. Isn't that exciting?
Fantastic. I'm overjoyed.
Next.
So, Halem, did you want to try to lock the doors or open the hangar first?
Lock the doors.
Okay. Give me give me a electronics roll.
So that'd be unskilled for me, correct?
I'll play your game, sure.
Oh, because I don't have electronics thing. I didn't know that was
would
a
be
thing.
unskilled.
Those are gonna be awesome.
I got a 3.
We
Okay.
was talking a super big game for this. This is awesome.
Yeah. It wants a password. You don't know the password.
Crap baskets.
Evidently, there's some authorization required for initiating the lockdown.
Try guest.
No, no, try 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what Jenna used to have on her luggage.
Don't
many-
tell people that.
How many
Oh.
how many doors are there?
Three total. There's the hangar doors you came through, which you do have the ability to just open and close, but not lock as easily. There's the control room, and then that other door in the back.
Ooh, dramatic task.
Can someone just shoot it? Like, doesn't like shooting a door lock it sometimes in Star Wars?
But also, sometimes it opens it. It really depends on what the scene needs.
Well, we need it to lock.
I think that's what bennies are for. That's you spend a benny, and that decides whether it opens or locks.
Anybody got a blaster?
Otherwise, I just say 50-50 chance.
Yeah, I do.
But I'm kind of busy. You can come and borrow mine.
I'm gonna hand mine to her.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use the Benny that I spent earlier that I didn't need to spend.
Okay. To make the doors you shoot lock?
Yep.
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
Shooting. Unless you just like go up and, in my mind, you're just sitting there still like cross-armed, and you just like take the blaster, it's like boom, boom, like just.
Got it.
Now, if you
Yep.
wanted to just like actually go up and shoot, you wouldn't have to roll anything.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Okay. I assume not shooting the door that Vesper though is trying to go through to get to the control room, or are you just gonna fuck with the Jedi that hard?
Yeah.
Good. Fantastic. I love that.
Okay. As Vesper, you're about to enter the control. Actually, make an agility roll, both of you.
Where's Barth?
Should I do agility or athletics?
Oh. Fuck.
You can do the higher up, whichever.
What's up? You said whichever one's higher?
Yeah, whichever's higher.
Alright.
This is basically an initiative test.
That's 4.
I had a 1.
Okay, but Xena had a critical failure, so yeah, Vesper got through the door. Are you still going to shoot it to lock it?
I think, can I
Yeah.
suggest something to the scene?
Absolutely.
So because you got a critical failure, it actually almost hits me, and I have to
Yeah.
like quickly whip out my saber and deflect it.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me.
Don't worry, I got it.
Thanks. Very gracious of you.
Okay. So she shot at you through the open door, basically. Which is, I guess, better than locking you in there.
I have an idea.
This definitely couldn't go wrong.
Let's save the idea for next round.
Okay.
One idea per round. That's my limit for you, Chris, because you always have ideas.
What if
I
I,
love them,
what if I
but
spend
I
a
have
penny
to
to get an
titrate
additional
the middle
idea?
Yeah. Next
Don't
round.
give him
see,
more
let's get
ideas.
to the next round.
You're just giving him a workaround.
I'm a lawyer. I live in the workaround.
Yeah, I'm realizing this. I thought he'd be the by the book guy. No, he's the find the way around it while not breaking it.
Alright, so I'm gonna pull whatever lever I need to pull to get the hangar bay open so that we can take off.
Let us start with Gleebek with that whichever role you were doing. I didn't check. I don't remember.
We're
piloting,
going
I think.
piloting. Here we
Okay.
go. Oh no, I got a critical failure.
No.
We are gonna spend a bunny.
Okay, thank God.
I've never seen this many critical fails.
I've never been more happy to see Gleebek spend a penny.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to let that one ride, but
All right, so here we go. Option 2.
Oh,
Watch
wow.
Oh, sick.
That work?
That's a 12.
Yeah, a 12,
Oh,
that's
12.
success with 2 raises, so that lets you get the door open, the hatch down, and with time to spare, you can, I don't know, smoke a space cigarette or something.
A death stick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell everybody how excited I am. Cause I'm gonna have a room, and my room has a bed, and a window, and a light.
That's an 8th conversation we need to have.
Everybody else's does too. And a bathroom that's not a bucket.
Oh God! All right.
Okay, so Halem, you are opening the hangar bay door. Or not Halem, sorry, Vesper. Everybody else. I'm gonna make Chris wait till last because I can see that
I figured.
idea burning. So
I figured.
I want to know what Brooke and Xena and Jana are doing first.
Then his idea has to clean up a mess instead of making one.
I wanna go with Gleebek and look for the nicest room.
So you're just going onto the ship and starting to find your room.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. All right, Xena.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for a shower and a towel.
I love the sense of urgency here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still have Halem's
Priorities.
blaster, so I'm just like spinning it around, walking up the ramp.
Okay.
We're in Surfer, none of us
And,
know where
Halem,
the tower
what are
is,
you
and that's
doing?
super important.
Well, first I say, Jaya, come, and then I go over to that sort of like back door area. Now, does it open like, is it a side to side door or up down?
Side to side.
Okay, so whatever door it opens, whatever side it opens from, I'm going to use my wrist blaster to kind of seal it, and Jaya is going to follow suit.
So you're both just flaming the shit out of this thing to warp the door.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a... Would that be repair to anti-repair?
Is there? I mean, I think there's demolitions.
Probably.
I don't know if you're chained on that.
I think, what did I use last time that I did fire? I think it wasn't shooting.
Well, if it was.
Well, this is more about knowing where... do repair +1 since both you and Jaya are burninating it. You might be able to
Is that a
just
Homestar
burn it
Runner
enough
reference?
that it doesn't matter.
Burning
Got a 6.
all the people.
Yeah, you... Yes, burninating the hangar side. Yeah, you guys burned that thing. The door is glowing cherry within seconds, and you can definitely tell it's warped. It isn't fused, but it will take a lot more than just pressing a button like usual to get the thing open. At the very least, some brute force, if not long-term repairs. As the hangar doors are coming up, and Gleebek, did you already go on the ship, or were you still down there?
I'm running up to the pilot thing.
Okay.
'Cause I ran to,
With
I'm
Jonah
at the
and
bridge.
Tina already up onto the ship, starting to try to find their own rooms and a shower, Vesper, you have the prime vantage point where you can see as the door is opening, there is a long silhouette of what you can quickly see to be one of the largest huts you have ever witnessed. Off to the side, 2 goons. But that hut in particular has what would normally be a emplaced heavy repeating blaster that he is just one-handing in a gigantic meaty fist.
Oh, that's bad.
Rat baskets.
Xena and Jana are on the ship, so clearly don't notice. Gleebek is behind the ship, so fortunately he doesn't notice, nor is he noticed. And Halem's back is currently to this hut and the opening door. You actually seem to be the only one that can see this. But he does have a clear line of sight on Halem and a not so great line of sight on you.
So, here's what we're gonna do. I am going to run while That's the wrong color.
I don't know, I like it. I think it's good.
It's very cute. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to run while I ignite my lightsaber. And I am going to use my deflection power, which is just a little bit of Form 3 kicking in. And I'm going to yell to Halem, get everyone on the ship and get ready to take off. If I'm not there, go without me.
Do you need to roll to activate the power?
I do need to roll to activate the power, actually. We're going to spend a Benny on that one. That's
For
fine.
everybody's
That's much
benefit, we rolled out too.
Yep. So yeah, that is going to give him a -2 on shooting against me, as I am doing the spinny spins. And yeah, I shout to Halem, go!
What you doing, Halem?
So let's see. So does his shout? So is my danger sense activated at any point?
Yes.
Okay.
Your danger sense would be active now, and actually you wouldn't even need to roll notice.
Okay. All right. So.
Actually, I probably should let you roll now that I think about it, because I forgot about that. So make a notice roll, actually.
All right. +2. Oh, oops. I have to add the value, and then there we go. 11.
Okay. Despite not seeing it, you can feel a threat behind you, a tingling in the back of your head, hair raising, as there is just something not good behind you.
All right. I'm going to make for the ship, beckoning Jaya to come along. And as the good girl she is, she does. And so it's the hut with the heavy blaster and 2 goons, right?
Yep.
How far am I from the ship?
1 movement away.
Okay. So I'm going to get to the ramp and send Jaya up the ramp.
And then we are going to officially roll that initiative. Oh, wow. Good start. That's a Joker for Halem.
Oh, I got a new Benny? Yay.
Sean, is it he gets a Benny or everybody gets a Benny?
Everybody gets a Benny.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Including if any of the bad guys are wild cards, they also get Bennies. I don't like that face at all.
So, yeah, Halem, what you doing? Your turn.
All right. Well, what are the guards armed with?
Just normal blaster rifles.
Okay. Man, why'd I have to go first?
You can always just choose to delay.
I have.
As a Joker, you get to go at any point that you want, including
Yeah, you can basically interrupt somebody else's turn if you want to.
Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna delay.
So if you want to tap 2 and cast Counterspell on an enemy turn, you can do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice reference. As an Azorius player, I appreciate that. Oh, well, now, hey...
Azorius players are cops!
Duh.
Sorry.
Duh.
Those are the Jedi.
With the only person in line of sight, he unloads on you with that heavy blaster. What is your parry?
It is only a 5, but again, he gets the minus for my deflection.
Yep, -2, right?
I'm double checking. It is, yeah, it's a -2. And he can apply it to either melee or ranged. He is choosing to apply it to ranged.
Great. Probably a good choice. Hopefully I did this roll correctly. I did not.
That sounds bad.
I don't like that number at all.
I didn't do that.
I'm about to do some Kiadi Mundi deflecting.
Yeah.
Sadamundo didn't do a lot of deflecting. He mostly got shot.
That's the joke.
Unloads with that blaster, but fortunately misses actually horribly with all of those. It's close. If it weren't for your deflecting some of the blasts getting close, you would have had more than a few of those bolts hit you, which are strong enough to punch through a light armored vehicle. You would have been annihilated. But some of them straight miss, you dodge a few, and more than a few, even though with the recoils enough that you can feel it in your arms, you deflect them off with the blaster. Or with your saber. So, Jana, you were going to look for a room. You still just looking for a room, even though there's like heavy blaster fire and stuff going on outside?
No, I go back and check it out, see what's going on.
Yeah, well, you get down, you can see Jaya, the little charhound, running up the ramp. Halem is there, looking...
Where's Gleebek?
I'm running to the cabin so that I can pilot the ship so I can get us out of here.
Okay, good.
I just, I had to, like, open the doors and stuff.
And there's the flashes of blaster fire and a bunch of very powerful blaster bolts that are just kind of peppering the back wall.
Am I able to shoot from where I'm seeing what's happening, or do I need to, like, go to a different
You could
location?
spend your movement to go and kind of look around the corner. You could actually fire from cover if you wanted, assuming you have line of sight.
Okay, can I try that?
Okay.
To move? What do I use for that?
Shooting.
Shooting?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, peeking around the corner, you see a huge hut. Like, he lifts. He probably lifts other huts. And,
Okay.
like, maybe AT-ATs. You might, like, pull those. You're not sure.
Okay. Oh, shit. Is that good?
That's gonna miss, but you can spend a Betty to reroll if you want.
Okay, can I do that? I would like
Yep.
to spend a Benny.
Rolls are all over the place tonight. Success.
Okay, sick.
So, yeah, you score a hit with the blaster. Roll damage.
2d6, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
17 damage. So, the success would leave him shaken. And then after that, he could be dealt a wound by having other people make successful damage rolls, or for each raise above, you can cause a wound. So, in this case, that's 3 wounds. So, I need to make a soak roll, otherwise they're just dead. So, I'm spending that Benny that Halem was nice enough to give me with that Joker. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Good job, buddy.
And then he gets his 3 standard Bennies.
Okay, it's a solid shot. Evidently, spending all your time in a gym doesn't help with blaster bolts, as that is a solid hit, almost center mass, and he staggers, clearly not expecting it. The 2 guards on the side both step in front, trying to body shield him, which is only so effective for someone as tall as him. Vesper. And keep in mind, Halem, you can interrupt at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of charging them as I'm deflecting all of the blaster fire that's coming at me, I kind of do the jump and I do the Obi-Wan Kenobi split kick to try and get him.
Let's just call that
Fighting.
2 fighting rolls, double action.
Yeah. So the first one is going to be a 5. The second one's going to be in a -2. And that is also going to be a 5, which is not enough to do it. Smoke him if you got him. I'm going to spend a Benny. So the second one doesn't find purchase. I'm going to save that last Benny for when I need it.
Yeah.
But I get the first one, so I'm just going to do damage, which is just going to be straight strength because it's a kick.
Yep.
Explode, please. Heck yeah!
And
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Hell yeah.
You jump up. The first one, you kind of get a bit of a, not a solid hit. He rolls with it a bit, but it gives you just enough to stand on to really get some leverage to hit the other one as you just smash his head back and he hits the ground, clearly not moving.
And I'm going to jump in here. Given that he missed the other one, I'm going to push that one.
Give me that force roll.
6.
Okay.
Good
That's-
job, everybody.
Damage, I actually don't remember how that works.
I mean, it could if he hit something. Otherwise, it's just, I guess either him hitting the ground or him hitting something causing the damage.
I'll just call him Shaken for
Okay.
now. Call him Shaken.
That's
As you
fair.
knock him back and down as he is off balance and not in a position to effectively fight back. I just realized I don't have Xena on the initiative order. Why isn't Xena on the initiative order?
I'm in the
She's-
shower.
in the shower.
She's taking a
There's
shower.
already showering.
Y'all seem to have it handled.
It's like
so-
there's like this big dramatic thing, and then just cuts over. It's just like chilling out.
I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, it kind of checks
Shampoo.
out in a way. It's your turn because statistically you would not. It's literally impossible for anybody to not get a higher initiative card than Gleebek.
So I'm gonna take the bar of soap off of the shelf.
Okay. Priorities. They got this handled. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't hear a thing in
You don't
there.
want to get sick. Gleebek, what are you doing?
So I get to the pilot's chair and I flick the 3 switches and I move the 2 handles that every ship has, no matter who makes them. Because they all have the 3 switches and the 2 handles. And I'm going to turn on the ship's deflector shield. And then I'm going to let everybody know that they can stop fooling around and just get on the ship and then we can get up out of here. And I'm going to remind everybody again that I'm going to have a room that has a bed and a window and a light.
I take great umbrage to the fact that you said we were messing around.
Right.
No, it's fine. It looks like you're having fun, but like, can we leave now?
What happens when a living person goes through a deflector screen? Does it do anything?
I think they just bounce off like Mando did when Grogu was in the little like circle thing.
Yeah.
So there are 2 different types of shields. There's ray shields and there's particle shields, right? And so ray shields work against blasters, but they don't work against things like missiles or lightsabers or people, right? And then particle shields, they work against things like missiles and other things, and they make stuff bounce off. So like deflector shields really only work against blasters and stuff, and then particle shields work against people or missiles or thrown objects like me.
Gleebek has
So,
Animaniacs. and
Found the Star Wars nerd.
There's
He showed us all up there. But yeah, okay, so then in that case, since none of you appear to be blaster bolts, you could safely move through. And again, Halem.
Halem didn't ask to be the best. It just happened. Like, he was stuff and he was awesome. That's what happened.
just like effortlessly the best.
Yeah. Doing anything or just getting on the ship?
So the hut is the hut in any condition to fire? Or are any of them in any condition to get up and fire?
The hut could still return fire, but he is heavily injured.
Okay.
It's a question of whether he's going to try to book it or try to fight.
I'm going to tell Vesper to head back to the ship, but I'm not gonna say his name. And be like, Jedi, ship now. And then I'm going to use my lightsaber. And I'm going to slice the heavy blaster so it is no longer operable.
Okay, so you are charging and slicing the heavy blaster.
Well, if I use throwing is athletics, but using a force throw is the force. So
Oh, so you're force throwing your lightsaber?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll call that like that. That feels telekinesis-y. We'll go with that.
Okay. All right. Using the force.
I am going to make that a opposed roll.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying, it's a pretty
Wait, no,
Jedi
it's
thing
just
to
parry,
disweapon an opponent instead of disarm them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's basically disarm.
All right. Good lord.
You throw, however, the
I'm using a Benny.
Okay. when it seems like it might miss.
Oh wait, no, that was the wrong thing. Wrong thing. Ooh. Auto bit a notice roll. There we go.
You cut the heavy blaster down the middle, just no problem whatsoever, and then pulling the blade back to your hand in one fell throw.
For everybody
Um,
watching at home, Hylam just rolled a 17 with a 6-sided die.
Xena, turning on the water.
I mean, I can't hear anything.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah. Oh,
We're
it's
just
not. It's got hot water. Ooh.
I
this is-
appreciate
it's
your
got
commitment
water
to the bit.
softener.
the steam. I'm not getting out yet.
Anybody doing anything other than hightailing it back onto the ship?
What
Vesper,
type do?
so Vesper is not leaving until Halem does. And he looks over and he says, "You can hate me for being a Jedi, but because I'm a Jedi, I'm not gonna abandon an innocent when he needs help."
Who says I need help?
Did you just call Hylam innocent?
Yeah, that was what I found to be kind of questionable.
How dramatic.
This is why we can't have nice things.
We have lots of nice things. I have a room with a bed and a window.
Everything is
The
relative.
bathroom is not a bucket.
So,
Everything is relative, Gleebek. Everything is relative.
so if I remember correctly, one of the guys knocked out. The hut is heavily injured, but there's another guy that's still up.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
If you're going to eventually get on the ship, rather than like go out and try to finish people off, there's going to be nothing stopping you.
So the other guy is not gonna come after us.
Jedi, where should you be right now?
Yeah,
Here, with
running
the
for them
ship.
would be the better choice.
If it reasonably looks like we have a clear means of egress, then I will grab Halem and start running towards
Yeah,
the ship.
yeah,
Who are you grabbing?
you.
Trying to
Your
save
your
your
guys will
life.
grab you.
Accept help for once.
As unless you're going to resist him.
I'm gonna slap his hand away, but run on my own power.
Okay, so you get dragged, but you
Stop
make it look like
taking
it was
my
your-
hand.
Okay, but not because you want me to.
Yeah,
Can I do a damage roll for his hand?
no. I'm not turning this into PvP this late in the night. We got to do PvP earlier in the night. Everybody has been pulled onto the ship at this point. Jana, were you going on the ship, or were you doing something crazy?
No, I'm done doing crazy things. today.
Okay, because you did a hell of a... I wasn't even crazy. That was a damn good shot.
I did, and I deserved the bed,
That
and
was
Gleebek will
super
sit
good.
on the footstool. He
Yeah.
can sleep
Yeah,
on
but
the
there's more
footstool.
than one room. I guess I have my own room this time instead of the hammock in the machine room.
After that shot, I will follow Captain Jana's lead for sure.
And Gleebek, are you taking off?
Is everybody inside? Okay.
Yeah, I'm out of I'm out of the shower at this point, so I'm gonna walk out and be like, "Did I miss something?"
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, I have like a little piece of paper in my hand, and I'm gonna walk over to Halem and be like, "By the way, I found this in one of the drawers in the room over there. I think it might be important to you." And it's the password for the datapad.
That's hilarious.
High five.
All out.
That is the best final moments per episode.
Yeah.
That's
As-
we get just. We're not gonna top
You
that.
punch
That was
it,
great.
The yacht flying out of the hangar, nearly running over the hut, who is probably its owner in the process. Hard to tell what may or may not have happened to them, but you are up and out. And that is hopefully enough disarray that there's no pursuit. Though you are able to scan back, and a short while after, about as you were hitting atmosphere, there is one explosion, then another explosion from the hangar.
In retrospect, I should have mentioned this sooner, but sort of like, there's this thing on the engine called a regulator, and if you take it off, then when somebody turns the engine on, it sort of explodes. So I don't think we're gonna have to worry about people following us, but I may have just indirectly killed a lot of people.
Were they bad people?
Well, I didn't meet them, so I don't know if it's up to me to decide that.
I'm going to my room.
We need to have a
Does it have a
conversation
window?
about situational management and collateral damage.
I think
If
Vesper
it doesn't
needs
have a
shower.
window, you can have mine. It's okay. I'm used to not having a window. And I get to be up here, and this is really cool. Hyperspace is awesome. This is way better than being on a planet with the big sky all overhead and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to my room to meditate.
I'm gonna go take a shower.
What did you say, Jonna?
I said Vesper
Oh.
needs a shower.
The dirty Jedi needs to show.
There's lots of hot water in here. Don't worry.
Okay.
I didn't
There's
use it all.
left now. There used to be a lot, but there's a lot left now. That's weird.
And with that, with showers for everybody, evidently, the dirty Jedi maybe just becoming the Jedi after this.
And that's what we call
And-
character development.
Yeah, yep, character growth right there. This is coming to a close with you having successfully escaped Nal Hutta and heading towards the plot, maybe eventually, maybe not. Who knows?
Crazy talk.
Yeah.
It's
You now
filler.
have the freedom to go anywhere, which is probably the worst thing imaginable for me, but I look forward to it nonetheless.
Wait, there's a plot?